Thanks everyone for taking the time to meet with me today. Again, my name is Neej Parekh and I'm the account executive from Zuora, and I'm here to talk to you about the subscription experience. And really, it's this, what is the subscription experience? It is this business transformation that your enterprise company is experiencing today. We today work with many companies that are going through this shift, either by realizing that they need to launch a brand new solution, pivot their existing business from a traditional one-time sale model to an ongoing customer relationship model, providing a service, or are already in that space but are looking for some sort of a scale or automation. So we'll keep it as an ongoing, as a high-level discussion today. And just to jump right into it, here's the agenda that I prepared. We're going to jump into the shift. What is this shift? What is this traditional movement from a one-time sale to monetizing a customer relationship? From there, we'll talk a little bit about the subscription experience. What does this mean for you as a business going through this transformation? What does this mean from a customer standpoint? How are you satisfying your customer needs? And how is your business reacting to this? And are you guys going to be able to adapt moving forward, grow your business, scale your business effectively? We're going to talk a little bit about the RBM space, which is the relationship business management space. This is a little bit new in the industry today, but we're seeing this spread across the industry like wildfire. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the Zuora solution and its value. What value does Zuora specifically bring to you and your company? And lastly, I'll talk a little bit about our journey. We've been very successful in the industry today. We've been supporting a lot of great clients who've been making these shifts, who've gone through the business transformation that your enterprise company is going through today, and we can share some great customer stories. So let's jump right into it. Just for some of you folks who don't know exactly what Zuora does, we're a fast, agile company that is building an easy-to-use software in the RBM space. What it means is we're helping you support an end-to-end subscription management solution and cycle with our software. So the shift. I talked about this shift. What is this shift? Customers are moving from buying a one-time product to having an ongoing relationships with their businesses. For example, I no longer go and buy a song track from iTunes. I have a subscription with Spotify that enables me to have an ongoing relationship with them while making use of their product. Think about another example. I don't go to a CVS and buy razor blades anymore. I subscribe to Dollar Shave Club. I get my razor blades shipped to me in the mail. Heck, I even subscribe to a haircut subscription. I pay a monthly and look as fresh as this every day, right? So, we're seeing this from a consumer standpoint, but it's massive from an enterprise scale, enterprise company standpoint as well. We're seeing big companies make this shift, right? For example, TIBCO was right where you guys are right now about 6 to 8 months ago. Their strategy was to pivot from an existing traditional model of a one-time sale to getting their customers to subscribe to some of their online SaaS services. From a business strategy standpoint, they started acquiring companies that were doing subscriptions. So they decided to start capturing more and more market share that they were losing because of these new companies coming up and launching, platform as a service solutions that TIBCO offered and integration solutions that TIBCO offered as a product sale. And now they're finally making this shift using Zuora as a backend to move towards subscription. So you may ask, how is this shift happening today? Well, your customers are a lot more informed. There's the internet, there's media, there's social. I was talking to your CTO, and he mentioned to me that 70% of your customers are already informed about your product. They're already pre-sold on your product before they even pick up the phone and call one of your sales reps. That speaks volumes for itself. And it is these customers who have developed new expectations. They're expecting real-time solutions. They're expecting solutions that are providing ongoing value for them. No longer are your companies pushing out a single release or 2 releases per year. Customers are demanding new feature sets, right? So you have to become more agile and more nimble in this space. Take Zuora as an example. We push out monthly releases. Every single month, at least one release is pushed out with some sort of a new feature set or some sort of, some sort of functionality that one of our customers is looking for. And how does that happen? It's an ongoing relationship that we're managing and we're helping to maintain with our customers. And we see this shift throughout every single industry. Now take it from a professional standpoint. You guys are using Zendesk, Box, DocuSign, Salesforce. All of these are these models that have shifted, the industry to move towards a services offering where they have figured out a way to start monetizing their relationships with customers. They're putting customers at the center of their business. And that's maybe your SaaS, typical SaaS and IT technology space. But let's talk about home automation. Think about your connected thermostat, Nest. Think about Vivint for home automation. We're seeing this in cars now, DriveCam, connected cars. It's huge. Media is changing completely. Think about the way Financial Times used to do business, from selling a one-time product, which was a newspaper, into monetizing their customers by offering a whole bunch of services online. They are now figuring out ways to better monetize their customers. And that's huge. This shift is industry-wide, whether it's media, whether it's healthcare, and it's great. Now, I'm happy to dive into some more examples as we continue down this presentation. These are some more relevant companies in your industry, right? You're seeing TIBCO, you're seeing Box that just went public, and what is the subscription lifecycle, and what is this business transformation that they're bringing about? Let's take Box as a quick example. They just went public. They've been doing phenomenally well. Box offers the flexibility and the nimbleness to their customers by offering a completely free plan to go with. Soon, the customer evolves, maybe builds a little team, and then signs up for a team plan at Box. That flexibility provided by Box is helping nurture their customers. From that little team plan, they bump up to an enterprise plan. And again, Box is taking advantage of these customers by monetizing them effectively and keeping and staying connected with their customers. What is different about this change? Right? It's the way you're now viewing your relationships with your customers. It's no longer a traditional Salesforce record where you have the name, contact, title, information for your customer. You need a lot more than that. You need things such as their billing information. What are some of the add-ons and upgrades that they've done recently? So you can take that information, your sales team can make use of that information and go and upsell them. Like what was their last billings with your company? What does their aging report look like? All these things become so much more important when trying to stay relevant and maximize your business in the subscription economy. So the subscription experience requires a solution, and this essentially is RBM, Relationship Business Management Solution. And a quick and easy way to describe this is by breaking it into 3 segments: commerce, billing, and finance. And commerce is really your customer acquisition channel, right? Whether it's you're doing business through sales rep assisted model, where your sales reps are calling your enterprise customers and feeding the information and quoting out of Salesforce or another CRM. There might be partners that are selling for you, or there might be a web channel that you're supporting, right? So you have to think about that user acquisition channel. Then you also have to think about billing. In a subscription economy, in a subscription and recurring revenue business, that is your one single most touch point with your customer. You're going to be sending out these bills, numerous amount of bills, and you want to make sure that you achieve accuracy, right? It's very important to be accurate while billing and figure out a way to automate that relationship between your user acquisition channel and your billing operations. And what does this impact, right? What impact does this have? Straight into finance. It has a downstream impact into finance. It is important now for your finance team to be able to measure these new subscription metrics: MRR, ARR, how to manage and monitor churn. Those things become so much more relevant that you have not been traditionally doing in a one-time product sale model, from a manufacturing model to a subscription model. So here's how Zuora enables the subscription journey. Zuora is a RBM solution that fits right into your commerce, billing, and finance needs. So Zuora's commerce piece really starts at the product catalog. Zuora's product catalog is so subscription savvy. It was built for you to eliminate any kind of SKU proliferations, right? You're no longer going in and feeding in these unique price points. You're creating a rate plan, a charge. You're creating a catalog, pricing catalog that becomes very subscription savvy for your customers. It gives them the flexibility and gives you the flexibility and nimbleness to go in and change your pricing per customer, per deal, and so on, right? And that product catalog connects with your different channels. For us, we've got a great relationship with Salesforce, but are completely agnostic to a CRM system. So you can directly, out of the box, connect with Salesforce or your CRM system and use that as one of your acquisition channels, along with web and partner channels. Then within commerce comes your relationship order management. That's how your customers want to do business with you. You want to give them the flexibility, the example of Box that I mentioned. You want to give your customers that flexibility to go in and upgrade their plans, get add-ons, and this is powered by that product catalog that I just mentioned. Let's move over on to billing. So it's important for all these new transactions that happen to be automated in some sort of fashion, right? You want to be able to deliver accurate invoices. From an enterprise company standpoint, that is probably one of your top most priorities. You want to be able to deliver perfect and standard invoices, correct invoices to your customers. You want to be accurate. You also want to maybe deliver branded invoices. Shutterfly is a great example. They deliver great invoices, but they actually also figure out a way to monetize their invoices. Every time you do a deal with Shutterfly as a consumer, they send you an invoice with a coupon code at the bottom. Zuora enables you to achieve those branded invoices and automate your entire billing from a subscription standpoint. And again, then goes the downstream impact into finance. Now you have all these new metrics that I mentioned. With Zuora, you're able to manage these metrics. You're able to have your business iterate on these metrics, right? And that is very important within the subscription economy. You want to be able to measure your annual recurring revenue because Wall Street now highly values companies that have some sort of a predictable model. And that's huge, right? And then revenue recognition for subscriptions. Zuora helps you completely automate that solution, so you automate that process, so you completely eliminate operational inefficiency. So that's how Zuora fits in the commerce, billing, and finance space for RBM. Let me talk a little bit about the platform. We are built for internet scale. We've achieved a very high level of audit compliance and are supporting over 80 public companies today. And so we are very cautious of your needs from a scale standpoint, from an audit compliance standpoint, and a growth standpoint. The Z business ecosystem is something I really want to talk to you about in terms of where Zuora sits within your IT ecosystem. It starts from your CRM system and it ends at your GL system. So we don't actually interrupt any of your existing systems. We actually enhance your existing systems. We connect with your CRM as your user acquisition channel. You might have a relationship with a payment gateway to be able to acquire payments from your customers in any form of electronic payment, whether it's ACH, debit cards, credit cards, check, wire, and so on. We also connect with your taxation engines. We connect with your provisioning and entitlement engines. And lastly, we act as a subscription subledger for your GL. And you have many different ways of integrating with the back-end systems and having Zuora sit right in the ecosystem of your IT infrastructure. So a little bit about the journey. We've been founded over about 7 years ago, and we've been on a very, very high growth trajectory. We've got, as I mentioned, we've got about 80 public companies, some of the top brand names and companies in the Silicon Valley. And our founders come from Salesforce and WebEx. So we're built again from the ground up to support subscriptions, and having founders that know the industry well, know the space well, has been huge for our company's success. As you also see, we've got 95% customer satisfaction. That is huge. We get that number out of doing a survey for our entire customer base after their go lives, and then reporting back to us in terms of their satisfaction with our professional services. So we're highly skilled in terms of delivering the solution and then implementing the solution for you. So with that, I'd love to take any questions, but before that, I wanted to thank everybody for your time today and spending some time with me to understand this shift, this business transformation, and how Zuora can add value to your enterprise business. Thank you.